I usually say if we all sat on the floor, it'd take us about 2 hours to try to stand up. So
Another
just
thing
stay
you have
where
to
we
remember.
are.
Another thing you have to remember,
What's
Jack.
that?
If we sit on the floor, you're going to have to get us up.
That's right.
That could be a big chore.
I'll sing some of my mom's favorite folk songs, and this is her favorite one, and I will do it for you. When I was a young girl and never been kissed, I got to thinking over just what I had missed. I got me a guy, I kissed him, and then, oh Lord, well I kissed him again. He had, ooh, kisses sweeter than wine. He had, ooh, kisses sweeter than wine. Well, he asked me to marry and be his sweet wife, and we would live so happy for the rest of our lives. He begged and he pleaded like a natural man, and then, oh Lord, well I gave him my hand. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. Well, he worked mighty hard, and so did his wife. We're working hand in hand to make a good life. With wheat in the fields and corn in the bins, he was, oh Lord, the father of twins. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. He had kisses sweeter than wine. Well, our children, they number just about 4. They've all got sweethearts knocking at their door. They all got married and they didn't hesitate. I was, oh Lord, the grandmother of 8. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. Well, now that we're old and ready to go, we get to thinking what happened a long time ago. We had a lot of kids, trouble and pain, but then, oh Lord, we do it again. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. He had, oh, kisses sweeter than wine. Oh,
children? Is that what you...
Yes, I work at the Dover Public Library part-time, about 20 hours a week, and I'm a children's librarian.
Oh.
And part of my duties is to do story times. So I use my guitar or my auto harp, or I do have a lap dulcimer, and I have a big xylophone. So I'll bring a different instrument in, and I'll sing songs with the children and then read storybooks with them too. So that's part of my duties at the library. And that's half-time, about part-time. And then 3 mornings a week, I work at a preschool, and I'm a music teacher there, and I work with everyone from 2.5 to 6 years old. So it's mostly kids, and I miss singing for grown-ups, as I call them. I really do. I don't get that much of a chance to sing for grown-ups. So now I would be happy to take requests if there's something you think I might know. I'd be happy to share that song with you. But Lisa did ask for a few songs I think that she likes. And one thing I think that I don't think I've ever done when Lisa was here was Puff the Magic Dragon. But I love Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm going to go ahead and do that one right now.
The George like to hear it when the Irish eyes are smiling.
No, these
Irish. And they don't want to hear one of them out of their Sorrento.
You know, if I knew that, I do have the music for Come Back to Sorrento with the Italian syllabatized.
Oh, yeah.
So I could actually pronounce it. My father taught me and I could sing it. But if I don't have it in front of me, because at our age we can't remember anything anymore, if I'd known that, next time put that on the list. You know, if I would get together sometime, I'll sing Come Back to Sorrento for you. Was in Shawnee, which is a Shawnee Inn, which is a nice hotel up in the Poconos. Last week for Valentine's, I took my husband away for Valentine's Day, and they had an Italian singer with an accordion. he went from table to table for requests. So I'm Italian, my husband's Irish, so he asked for Come Back to Sorrento and the Irish Washerwoman. He did both. We had a good
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
We
It's
had
our
fun.
combination, Irish Italian.
Yeah, good combination, it works. Great food. It makes for some heated discussions sometimes.
Oh, yeah. That's the fun part.
That's right. This song is by Peter, Paul, and Mary, Peter Yarrow, Peter, Paul, and Mary, and it just seems to come back every generation, and children enjoy listening to it, and parents think about their kids growing up, so I really enjoy this song. Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper. It's also the only song that I sing that has my name in it. There's so few that have the name Jackie. Loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept the lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whene'er they came, and pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
And Muscat.
Oh, really?
A dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant rings they play for other toys. And one gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. We all know our children grow up, don't they? His head was bent in sorrow, and green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane without his lifelong friend. Puff could not be brave, so Puff that mighty dragon sadly slipped into his cave. Oh, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic is an opportunity when Lisa comes to the concerts that I do. I don't think she's had a chance to see Hey, You're Adorable.
Aw, that's
But
cool.
I've got a book that I share with the children, but I find that the grown-ups like it better. This song, Hey, You're Adorable, was written, I can't even see anymore, let's see if I get a date on this, 1948. 1948, Hey, You're Adorable, so just after World War II. And you probably remember it. And I usually recommend it to grandparents and great-grandparents as a gift because it's a song that you can share with that grandchild and you know the song. Because they're probably asking you if you know Baby Beluga and Wheels on the Bus. But this one, yeah, you know it. So I'll just hold it up as we sing. If you want to join me, fine, but the pictures are kind of cute.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure, go ahead.
Where do you give these concerts at?
Well, I'm usually singing for children, and those concerts would be usually at libraries, other libraries if I'm going to travel around. If I get families, sometimes it's a family night at the library, or a lot of times at the state parks. But I do get to sing for adults at Bellevue State Park and Judge Morris Estate, which is part of White Clay Creek State Park, and Ed O'Conowitz, who's a storyteller.
Right.
He and I sometimes will work together. We call it Folk Songs and Folk Tales.
Did you ever hear of Ed O'Conowitz?
No, I've never heard none of it.
Really?
No.
Oh my
I'm
God!
sure- I
How
thought
could you
for
not
sure we
hear
took
of
it.
Ed
That's right, I'm
O'Conowitz?
sorry.
No, that's
You were really
I'm
dark in
okay.
this section.
That's
Thanks.
okay.
You never did news.
Well,
so-
we're gonna
Oh,
take
yeah,
you
you've
now.
got to
No,
come.
I would like to know
Yeah.
for my grandson, because he loves stuff.
Oh,
like
sure.
that.
Oh, the
Yeah.
libraries. Check with the libraries and ask
Well,
them
they
if
don't
Miss
live
Jackie
here.
is coming.
you know,
Okay,
that's
where?
why I just-
How
they live
far?
in New
Jersey.
Jersey.
They
In New
were-
Jersey?
they
Well,
were,
I'd be happy to go to New Jersey. where we've been, what's that place?
That
It's
little
always
place.
a disaster.
Yeah.
Fort
Fort
Mott.
Mott, the disaster. Fort Mott is always a disaster. It either
Two
pouring
people
rain
showed
or
up,
they
her
forget
and
they hired
Rose.
us.
This isn't too far, it's only 35 miles.
It's Sewell.
Yeah.
She lives in Sewell, New Jersey.
Sewell, New Jersey. It's around
Sure.
Mullica Hill.
Right, right. All I'd have to do is we'd have to get in touch with the librarian for programming, and I could go
They got a
over and
library
program.
right down the street.
Yeah,
She has one.
yeah. Oh, I'd love to. I'd love
Recommend
to.
Jackie.
I'll give you a card. I'll give
Yeah.
you a card. But thanks for asking. And interrupt me anytime. I must say this is probably one of the most fun concerts I've ever done. This is really neat, being able to just chit chat with everybody. But I know Lisa wants to put another song on tape, so let's do this one. Now, when I do this with the kids, of course, I have them yell out the letters of the alphabet because my ulterior motive is to help them learn the alphabet.
Right.
But we know the alphabet, don't we? So we're just going to sing right through it. Here we go.
We can't help anything, because we can't see that.
Well, there you go, right. I'm going to sing the song, and then I'm going to pass the book around, too, so that way you can take a look at it, because I think you're going to like it. A, you're adorable. B, you're so beautiful. C, you're a cutie full of charms. D, you're delightful. And E, you're exciteful. And F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me. H, you're so heavenly. I, you're the one I idolize. J, we're like Jack and Jill. K, you're so kissable. L is the love light in your eyes. M, N, O, P, I could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay. You made my life complete. V means you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z. Oh, it's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean to me. Isn't that great? I love it. Take a look. The pictures are angelic in this book. They really are. So go ahead and take a look
This is
at
an
that.
angelic group, too.
Oh, yeah. I can tell. I can tell. It's funny. Let me see what else. Oh, okay. How about, got our railroad song. Lisa
Yeah.
gave me a list of songs she wanted me to do. I've got one about a train journey.
You gotta
Think I-
hear left field.
Yeah, I got that one. Got that was on the list.
You gotta
on the
hear
list.
left field.
Right,
That's every
right. I
time
love that one.
you
The
see her.
baseball one.
Left field.
Yeah, I got the baseball. Isn't that hysterical? I love that one. Take a look at this. That's a great book.
We always talk
Yeah,
about
they always
that.
yell it out.
Even above you. We went
Uh-huh.
all the way down Elkton to see her one time. They had it.
Yeah,
That
Well,
was
do you have a
Rosie.
listing of where you want to be, Jackie?
I really don't, but Lisa will call me occasionally, and I'll either send something to her. Let me think on that. Let me give you my card. I'll leave some cards here, and that way, all it takes to find out what I'm doing is just leave a message like Lisa does. Say, Jackie, this is so and so. Let me know where you're going to be. I'll call you right back, or I'll put something in the mail to you.
we'll tell you.
Okay.
But I'll just leave
No, but if
cards.
there's anything like in the evening, or, you know,
Sure.
I can
Cards
get
out
hold
in
of
the
Andrew and
evening.
bring him down.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. Or if like I'm at a library that's not too far from here, that shouldn't be a problem. But I'd love to go over to Mulligan Hill. I'd love to do that. Let's see. Oh, we got the trains there. I'll let the book go around just a little bit.
Okay.
I'll let the book go because I don't want anybody to miss this train thing. Then
Okay.
I've got Ring Them Bells, and yep, I got the baseball. What I think from a camper in the Catskill Mountains of New York, and his name was Camper Jack, and I thought this song was hysterical, but I'm going to hang right on it. It's called Tomorrow, and it's about a town in Ohio the easiest thing in the world, as you can see from this song. I started on a journey just about a year ago to a little place called Morrow in the state of Ohio. And not being much of a traveler, I really didn't know that Morrow was the hardest place I'd ever tried to go. I went down to the station for my ticket and applied for tips regarding Morrow, not expecting to be beguiled. Says I, my friend, I'd like to go tomorrow and return no later than tomorrow, for I haven't time to burn. Says he to me, now let me see if I heard you right. You'd like to go tomorrow and return tomorrow night. You should have gone tomorrow yesterday and back today, for the train that goes tomorrow is 1 mile upon its way. Now if you'd gone tomorrow yesterday just like me, you could have gone tomorrow and been back today by 3. For the train that goes tomorrow, if the schedule is right, today it goes tomorrow and returns tomorrow night. Says I, my friend, it seems to me you're talking through your hat. There is a town called Morrow on the line, now tell me that. There is, says he, but take from me this quiet little tip. To go from here to Morrow is a 14-hour trip. Now the train that leaves tomorrow leaves today at 8:35, and at 10:30 tomorrow is when it should arrive. So if from here to Morrow is a 14-hour trip, can you go today, tomorrow, and return tonight, you chump? Says I'd like to go tomorrow, so can I go today? And go tomorrow by tonight if there is no delay. Well, well, says he to me, I have no more to say. Can you go anywhere tomorrow and return again today? I was so disappointed, I was mad enough to cry. Today's train tomorrow had already passed me by. So I couldn't go tomorrow anymore today. I guess there's nothing I can do in town. I guess I'll stay. I hope you don't have problems like that when you're traveling.
Let's hope.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, should I do, now I'm going to let Lisa and her mom choose. Would you like the baseball song played with the guitar, or would you like it with the storybook?
Mom, it's your birthday.
Your choice. I've got the
Did you
storybook
hear?
with me.
The book or the guitar?
I want the guitar.
The guitar, okay.
I want to
Do
hear
the
you.
guitar, and then I'll pass the book around, because you might enjoy, again, seeing the book that this comes from. It's really a cute song. So, did you hear me say to your mom, I remember last time we were at Cecil County, Ed and I were all done, and we took our bows, and back from the audience we heard, how about the baseball song?
Yeah. You were done to that one.
That was funny. That was funny. So I had heard this song again by a number of children's folk artists, and then I found it in a book form at the library, so I bought myself my own copy. So when I'm with the children, and this song is really nice for kids that are just starting Little League, first, second, and third grade, where Little League is so important, and being to the practices are so important, because I remember with my 4 sons, if you were late for a practice, they put you at the end of the lineup. And it was probably the parents who were trying to get off work or do something really critical, and here the kid's late for practice and they punish the kid. Now that bothered me to no end, but that's how tough the competition is for Little League, that the parents, have to make a big commitment too. But in some ways, we've forgotten what a pickup game of baseball is. On a Saturday morning, sandlot baseball, and maybe a construction site that's now a booming neighborhood. But there was a time when you just picked up a bat and a ball and got a bunch of kids together. It didn't make a difference how many were on each side, 5 on each side, or 6 or 7, and play those Saturday morning baseball games. Saturday summers when I was a kid, we'd run to the schoolyard, and here's what we did. We'd pick out the captains, we'd choose up the teams. It was always a measure of my self-esteem, 'cause the strongest and fastest played shortstop and first. The last ones they picked were the worst. But I never needed to ask, it was sealed. I just took up my place in right field. Play in right field, it's easy, you know. You can be awkward and you That's why I'm here in right field, watching the dandelions grow. Playing right field can be lonely and dull. Little League never had lefties that pull. Well, I'm going to stop the song right here. You know, I don't usually do that. The last time I stopped the song right here, I was singing for a women's group in Newark. And if you're like I am, I don't understand this song. Why is right field so lonely? And my husband, who's a former college player, explained to me, most people bat right-handed.
Right.
And if you bat right-handed, you push the ball out to left field. So that's who gets all the action. So if you do bat left-handed, there's a chance it might go to right field, but only if that lefty pulls his swing and follows through. So all the guys know what this song is about, but I'm sorry, I don't mean to be sexist.
And on the
A
other
lot
hand,
of the girls don't know.
Right.
it's a hit and run position because if you have a man on first base and when they game is second, they try to hit it to right field.
There you go. There you go.
Because if
Sure.
they hit it to left field, they can get him out at second.
That's right. That's right. So that's what the big deal about is for right field here. So, Little League never had lefties that pull. I dream of the day they'd hit one my way. They never do, but still I would pray that I'd make this fantastic catch on the run and not lose the ball in the sun. And then I'd awake from this long reverie and I'd pray that the ball doesn't come out to me. Here in right field, it's easy, you know. You can be awkward and you can be slow. That's why I'm here in right field, watching the dandelions grow. Sometimes I dream I was Matthews or Mays, hitting home runs and making great plays. But they were so graceful and they were so fast, and they never had to bat last. Off in the distance, the game's dragging on. There's strikes on some batters, some runners are on. I don't know the inning, I've forgotten the score. The whole team is yelling, and I don't know what for. Then suddenly everyone's looking at me. My mind has been wandering, what can it be? They point to the sky, and I look up above as a baseball falls into my glove. Here in right field, it's important, you know. You gotta know how to catch, you gotta know how to throw. That's why I'm here in right field, watching those dandelions grow. Thanks so much. That's a great song. That's one of my favorites. And I always usually refer to this as the baseball section of my program. So I'll get out the only other baseball song I know, and you probably know it too, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I didn't think to bring the book with me, but I have just gotten a book that illustrates Take Me Out to the Ball Game, and I should have brought it in. It's in the car. And it recreates the 1947 World Series between the New York Yankees and the Brooklyn Dodgers, better known as Da Bums. And it's all illustrations of Ebbets Field, and the advertising you would have seen then, that was the first World Series to be televised. So it's a pretty exciting book. And again, it's a book that really means more to the grown-ups, to the grandparents and great-grandparents that remember something like that. The children appreciate it because it's baseball, but to us it's history.
History, yeah.
So it's a great, great book, and I've got it in the car, and I should have brought it in. And it not only gives the history of the Brooklyn Dodgers, Ebbets Field, also gives the history of the song, which was written by a Jack Norwood, Norward, Norwood. He wrote for vaudeville. He wrote the lyrics, and a German fellow wrote the melody, because it does kind of have a Hofbrauer kind of sound, oom-pa, pa, oom-pa, kind of a Bavarian sound to it, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Neither of them had ever gone to a baseball game. And yet they pulled off writing this song, and it went on the vaudeville circuit and became an endearing hit. But it's a folk song, and as we know, folk songs change. So how about I'll sing it as we know it, and then I'll sing a little bit as we haven't heard it before. Take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, and we'll root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Well, I always thought those were the only words to the song until my son Brett, who at the time was in 4th grade, came home from school and said, "Mom, we're singing that song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, for our spring concert." He said, "But there's other words." I said, "There are other words?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what are the other words, Brett?" He said, "It goes like this. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the dome. Buy me some bratwurst and nachos. I don't care if you pay through the nose. And we'll root, root, root for the home team. We're just glad they're still here, for they just might move out of town later on this year." I said, "That's pretty funny, Brett." He said, "Mom, there's another verse." He says, "But I can't remember all the words." I said, "Well, Brett, you tell me the words you remember, and then I'll make up the rest." So the first half of this last verse is what Brett remembers from practicing, and the second half is what I made up. Take me out to the ball game, where the turf isn't real. Next to the scoreboard, a video screen will show you a replay like you've never seen. I still root, root, root for my baseball cards, but my mother has thrown them away. If I had that signed DiMaggio, I'd be retired today. Play ball.
That part there was saying thrown away. I did do
Oh,
that.
I
Yes.
know, and when I sing it, there's always a hesitation, and then the mothers all start to laugh.
Yes.
Or the sons will go, "Yeah!"
Of all the things that she should have thrown out, she hasn't. But she threw them out.
Isn't that something?
I couldn't believe it. She didn't even tell me.
Isn't that something? You're gonna fall off your seat. I know someone whose mother threw away a signed Ted Williams. Isn't
Oh
that
my
something?
Oh,
Really?
my
Well,
God.
she didn't know it was it.
Nah.
It was just baseball cards,
Who's
you
this
know?
guy?
Yeah, right. Off it went. Usually these kind of things happen when the kid moves out and goes to college.
Well, that's,
You know?
that's
Yeah,
what happened.
yeah. Isn't that funny? What a riot.
Because our oldest son was always very sport-minded, and the cards were sitting in a drawer there, and I says, "Oh God, he's not here. Why do I have to keep these things?" And then
Isn't
he
that
comes
funny?
home out of the clear blue after I think he was going with his wife, and he says, "Mom, where did you put those cards?" And I looked at him and I said, "You really want to know?"
You should have went and hid.
Yeah, that's right. Taking a long vacation. Billy got over it. Isn't that funny? What a riot. That's too much. When I'm past my time, you let me know, okay?
Okay, I forgot. Whatever.
Okay, I mean, I'm sure you may have other things you want to do.
Okay.
But
More
on,
coach should be coming, so whatever.
okay, on the list you had grandmother's bells. I didn't know if you meant ring them bells or if you meant grandmother's feather bed.
I like both of them.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do ring them bells, and then we'll do grandmother's feather bed.
Okay.
Okay. Ring Them Bells is a song that I performed one time. I got to sing as part of the entertainment for the Miss Delaware pageant down in Rehoboth. I had been Miss Delaware in 1973, and that was a great honor for me. But when you are competing in the pageant, even the year you give up your crown, you're usually a nervous wreck. And how nice it was to be invited to come back as entertainment and be totally relaxed and at ease and watch everybody else sweat. So one of the songs that I was asked to sing is a song that Liza Minnelli has sung called Ring Them Bells. And at the time, I was backed up by a full band, a nice dance band. So I got to sing the song with a dance band, and it was just great. Had dancers behind me ringing bells and everything. It was a big production number. So when I was all done with it, I said to myself, how wonderful if sometime in my life I can do that again. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. There's no band that's ever called, to have me sing in front of them, and there's no dancers behind me in bells. So I said, if I'm ever going to sing this song again, I'm going to have to transpose it into a folk song on the guitar. So you'll get to hear my song, Ring Them Bells, but you have to imagine a big 25-piece dance band and a bunch of dancing girls and bells behind me. Okay, so here comes Ring Them Bells, but it goes like this. Gather around, I've got a story to tell about a Manhattan lady that I know very well. She lives at 5 Riverside, her name is Shirley DeVore, and she traveled round the world to meet the guy next door. Well, I'll stop there for a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Doors open.
Close by, because it's going to bring a tear to your eye. Here we go. Ring them bells. Gather around, I've got a story to tell about a Manhattan lady that I know very well. She lived at 5 Riverside, her name was Shirley DeVore, and she traveled round the world to meet the guy next door. Well, there was trouble inside apartment 29E, 'cause Shirley's mother and dad were as upset as can be. They said, we hate to complain, dear, and we don't like to grouse, but you're nearly 32, you should get out of the house. You've got to, this is not pointed, you've got to ring them bells, you've got to ring them bells, you've got to make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling. You've got to ring them bells. Are you imagining the band now? This is the trumpet solo here and all the dancing girls in the background. I sang it with a big band one time, and I've never been asked to sing it with a big band again, so I transposed it to a folk song, but we're all using our imagination here. We see the big band. Well, Shirley was 31, which she was loath to admit, and she had never been loved, which didn't thrill her a bit. And so she sat and she thought for hours on end and said, I'll go to Chase Manhattan where I've got me a friend. And so she borrowed a thou and called TWA and told her mother and dad that she was up and away. I'm gonna travel the continent a month, maybe 2, and haul me home a house if it's the last thing I do. You've got to ring them bells, you've got to ring them bells, you've got to make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling. You've got to ring them bells. She met a Londoner first, but they did not hit it off, 'cause every time she approached, he got a bronchial cough. And then she went to Madrid and met a handsome signor, but he liked to shootsy bowl and he was no matador. And then she bombed out in Brussels, in Mallorca and Rome, till someone said, try the Dubrovnik Theater before you go home, 'cause it's the kind of a place that you'll be likely to fall. Even all the jet-set tourists find the Balkans a ball. Good choice for a song, isn't it? You've got to ring them bells, you've got to ring them bells, you've got to make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling. You've got to ring them bells. And so she went to Dubrovnik, and the very first day she met a guy on the beach that took her reason away. Yes, it was love at first sight, and such a beautiful scene. She said, my name is Shirley DeVore. He said, I'm Norm Saperstein. She said, are you from New York? He said, that can't be denied. I got a swell 2 to 3 at number 5 Riverside. 5 Riverside Drive in New York? Is that where you live? Go on, that's where I live! As if that wasn't enough, poor Shirley thought she'd gone deaf when he told her his apartment there was 29F. She was E, he was F, and they had not even met until she traveled the world to Yugoslavia yet. He'd always been right next door, and she would never have known. If she hadn't tried the Dubrovnik, she might still be alone. next door. You girls who live in apartments, don't just stare at the walls. Open up the door and hurry out in the hall. And ring them bells, you've got to ring them bells. You've got to make them sing and really ring them bells. It's such a happy thing to hear them ting-a-ling. You've got to ring them bells. Thanks so much. That's a good one. I'm glad you did that.
You're gonna have to update the airline
The
though.
TWA, I know. I guess Southwest is the one that seems like it's the only one hanging on there.
Yeah.
What are you flying? What are you flying when you
We're
go?
flying US Air.
US Air. Good. All right. My niece is in management for US Air. All right, here for US Air. I should have worn my
US Air.
shirt. Great. One more song? One more
Sure.
song, then Wade's on? Okay. All right, Lisa, should we do Grandma's Feather Bed?
Okay, that's a good
Okay.
one.
All right, let's go ahead and do that one. I'm looking at my list. I think that's what we'll do is Grandma's Feather Bed, and that sounds good to me. All right, let me get my paper out for that song. And, you know, I didn't pass that baseball book around, but I'm not sure if you've seen it. That's that
Yeah,
Plain
I
Right
saw
Feel.
this,
It's
yeah.
the grandmas and grandpas for some of this.
Yeah.
I'm a children's librarian, so I'm always selling books. Gotta push those books,
Check
get to
it
those
out.
libraries, check it out.
Yeah, check
That's
it.
right. Okay, time for one more song. We'll end with Grandma's
Check
Feather.
him out. Jasuvina.
Joshua Vina. The ethical jar.
Oh.
This one's called Grandma's Feather Bed, and it's about a time when people did sleep on feather beds, feather ticks, and you had to fluff them up. And I think they've made a big comeback. My niece, she's okay now. She's just about 3 years cancer-free, but I had a 14-year-old niece suffering from bone cancer in her legs. And her mom got her a feather tick, a feather bed. And that was the best thing Tara said that ever happened because it was so comfortable. So to, you know, hear a child at 14 suffering and love this feather bed, there must have been something great about them. And I'm sure you could bounce really high and have a good time and have a good pillow fight with them too. But that's what this song is about Grandma's feather bed. There was a generation where it didn't know anything about feather beds, probably only knew something about water beds at the time. And now I think maybe we're going back to feather beds again. We'll see. Not good news for the geese. But I'm going to share this song with you, and this is how it goes. When I was a little bitty boy, just up off of the floor, we used to go down to Grandma's house every month and or more. We'd have chicken pie, country ham, and homemade butter on the bread. The best darn thing about Grandma's house was her great big feather bed. It was 9 feet tall, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40-11 geese, took a whole bolt of cloth for the tick. It would hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy that we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. And after supper we'd sit by the fire, the old folks spit and chew. Pa would talk about the farm and the war, and Granny'd sing a ballad or two. I'd sit and listen and watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. And the next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in that big old feather bed. It was 9 feet tall, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40-11 geese, took a whole bolt of cloth for the tick. It would hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy that we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Well, I love my mom, I love my pa, I love Granny and Granddad too. I've been fishing with my uncle, I wrestled with my cousin, why, I even kissed Aunt Lou. Ooh. But if I ever had to make a choice, I guess it ought to be said that I trade them all, plus that gal down the road, for Grandma's feather bed. Yes, I trade them all, plus the gal down the road, for Grandma's feather bed. 'Cause it was 9 feet tall, 6 feet wide, soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40-11 geese, took a whole bolt of cloth for the tick. It would hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy that that we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun. Grandma's feather bed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had lots of fun on Grandma's feather bed. Yay! Thanks so much. Boy, this has been a real.
It's Krakow, I guess, that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah.
But the flowers and everything it's all over the town. You go to Krakow, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful town from the 10th century. And, 11 o'clock at night, you walk the streets and you feel safe. Honest to God, it's just a great place to be. And accordions all over, you walk down the street and you hear the accordions. And the thing about it was, is we played, I went down and I'm hearing this Italian song, and it's on every street, and I'm going, and they're saying it's a Polish song. Then I go to Germany and I'm hearing the same song, and they're saying it's a German song. Honest to God, I'm going, I love that song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But the first song I'll do, I guess, is a polka that I heard in Krakow. And I was hearing this song when I was in Krakow, and then I heard when we were also in Boseva, And it's a polka that I really enjoyed playing and really like it, and I just was going through my head. I went to Poland in September 11th. Actually, it was the 15th I went, but I was delayed a day. We went to Poland, Czechoslovakia, and Germany for 17 days.
Did you go with a group of people?
Well, it was my wife and I and another couple. And we drove over 3,000 miles. It was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
and you get on the turnpike.
Turnpike, yeah.
Oh, they go 140.
You see them in your
I'm doing 100, 110, right?
I know, that's the way
And
it
then I
is.
get in the right lane, and you have all
Right.
these trucks.
Yeah.
You have these big trucks over
Tandem,
there.
big tandem trucks.
Yeah.
And they go about 50 or 60, and you get back in the fast lane, and they run right down your neck.
Oh,
You got to do
yeah,
100.
You got to move
And
over.
if you're in an accident, you're dead.
Is that the Autobahn?
Yeah, the Autobahn.
Yeah,
That's
the Autobahn.
We
unbelievable.
even have a tank speed limit on it. Sometimes close to the bases, it'll say tanks, and
Yeah.
it'll give a speed
That,
limit for the tanks.
that's unbelievable, and
Right.
I tell you what, we go back and drive on that again. Because I had to do the driving, it's really bad. But yeah, it was just an unbelievable trip. It was just a shame that all this happened while
Yeah.
we were
Right.
talking about it the whole time.
Right. Yeah.
And they were very sympathetic about what happened. It was amazing.
Mhm.
I don't know about
Yeah.
the Czechs, though.
Yeah, the
were
Czechs,
kind of
yeah.
funny, I mean, they were saying, well, there's a lot of deaths in Africa too, I mean, and there was always been a lot of deaths in Africa, it can happen to you too. note makes it go good. I had a couple bad notes and you know, and it corrects it. Yeah, but let me play you that
Original
song.
spell check.
Yeah, it's like a spell check on the computer, you know. But when I was playing when I went over to Poland, and this is the one song, the Italian song that I heard. They played it there, and then they played it in Germany. Honest to God. They didn't play it in Czechoslovakia.
Does the music stand in the way? No.
That they
Okay.
played. And then there was a couple. There was another Italian song that they played in Germany.
Actually, you know
That
it
was
is.
actually an Italian song,
Let's,
and it was.
well, wait, here,
I just couldn't believe it. I'm going,
okay. I'll
geez,
just
you know.
maybe
And
this way.
all over Europe, they really like
Yeah.
Spanish
Can you
music.
see?
They
Yeah.
just love Spanish music. I mean, for some
Let's
reason,
take one more song.
I'm hearing the Spanish music all over the place, and I guess they think that's their music too. But I don't know. They really enjoy it. But this is.
Wait a minute. It's an Italian song.
Honest to God, that's what I just said.
Wow. Oh, I can Italian.
I'm kind of nuts, so I move around and
Want me to come back here?
I do my thing here. So.
Here, and then we can catch it.
But yeah, I'd like to do another song another polka that was performed on the Lawrence Welk show. Wonderful, wonderful. You know the Lawrence Welk?
Yeah.
Watch Lawrence Welk. Take it away, boys. With a beautiful champagne lady, Norma Zimmer. Remember Norma Zimmer?
Oh, yeah.
And Holodet. Folks, it makes your teeth stick in there. And serotonin spells backwards is the natures. But clarinet polka was one of the, of course, on the Lawrence Welk show, was the accordion was the #1 thing on that particular show. And Myron Florin was he's the accordionist, and of course they had a lot of different kind of accordionists that were on that show. The greatest accordionist of all time is Art Van Dam on the accordion, and of course a lot of people thought he was the greatest accordion. He was a big jazz accordion player. He was, but Myron Florin, he played this clarinet polka, so play that. wonderful. Take it away, boys. But another song, maybe I'll do a Spanish song, and that would be Tico Tico. Have you heard Tico Tico? Tico, that's a Spanish song. Got Tico Tico there, Tico Tico here. Tico Tico. Yes. And of course you have from Spain, you have Lady Spain. Lady of Spain. And what I've been doing a lot, quite frequently, has been playing a lot of Yiddish gigs. And of course I speak some Yiddish too. Sina Sina Habara Haraya Ayurin Umuskova. And I really don't know what that means. But I sing it.
Press me.
Yeah. But that's a favorite tune that they do, and a song that they enjoy like doing is Hava Nagila. I do my little arrangement of Hava Nagila, and they really have a good time. They go out and they get in a little circle and they do the little thing. But, I've been doing a lot of gigs where I have a keyboard also, where I do like a big band thing, and then I get out my accordion and I do some different Yiddish numbers and things like that, you know, and have a good time.
Right.
Let me do a little Havok in the Gila here. I'm trying to go around the world here, and eventually I want to do a couple of Croatian tunes here. And I got enjoying some music here, and give that a shot too, you know. That was Israel, and there's a lot of different kind of dances that they do in Israel, and in each country, like the Irish.
I'll play
they
the
do-
Irish song?
Oh yeah, that's what I was just getting to.
Oh, okay.
Because the Irish have their little jigs and little things that they do too.
Right.
But they have like little things and I have an Irish little costume too. that I
Oh,
bring
do
up.
you?
It's all green and everything. The
Yeah.
hat that's
Uh-huh.
to do different Irish things. I was going to do maybe a little Irish eyes are smiling here.
Okay.
When Irish eyes are smiling, just like a morning spring. You can hear the echoes sing when Irish eyes are happy. All the world seems bright and good, and when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. That was the Irish jig. And then, now we'll have to take it to Italy, right? Have to go around the world and take it to Italy, and of course we have,
Thank you for showing.
that's also a Mia. Oh, yes. And of course, there's a lot of different Italian songs that, of course, it goes synonymous with the accordion. And
In heaven there is no beer, that's why we drink it here.
in heaven there is no beer, that's why they drink it here. In heaven there is no beer, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. In heaven there is no Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania polka from Scranton, New York. That was where my grandmother was from.
You been from Pennsylvania?
She was born in Scranton.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
from
my-
Pennsylvania?
No,
Where you?
I actually live in Tabernacle, New Jersey. Medford, New Jersey.
Tabernacle, it's a church. How can you fit inside there? Hey, you can bullshit this guy. I've been around all
I actually live in Medford, New Jersey. Ever hear of that?
Right,
Yeah, that's Tabernacles in the sticks. It's you can hear. I live out in the
The boondocks.
Yeah.
Okay. Like this.
There are no people around me. I try to move away from the people, but they're coming closer.
You can't get away from them.
Yeah, so, you know, that's,
They can be nice and they can be pain.
yeah,
The people,
well,
right?
you know. Well, my kids are getting older, so, I mean, they're moving out too, so. It's great, but, yeah, well, we were still doing Italian songs here, and I was thinking, maybe do a little,
Scottish tune.
yeah, I can do like a Scottish tune. Let me just do, I have to do this song because this song is the only song in the whole world that they talk about.
People polka.
Yeah, I'm
That's what in the whole world, everywhere you go. You're not going to tell me no difference, because I know.
Yeah. No,
And
this
they
is the
know.
only song in the whole world where a guy is actually getting this girl in bed and singing about it. And
Ooh.
and all the Italians, all the time, they always think, oh, how great, you know. Way more. And it's the actual lyrics are that way Marie, I can't wait to get to bed with thee. But
Is that
of
your
course, it's
version or the real version?
No, that's a real version.
That's your version. Marie, quante notti ci sogna per te, fammi a dormire.
That's
That's all my, yeah.
Like my buddy, he does. He played in Yugoslavia. And
Yeah.
he does
guy.
He takes
He's
such
born in
fun
Europe.
out of it.
Yeah,
So he's the European guy, so he knows
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah, honest to God. But I have to do, I couldn't do Italy without,
beer.
well, I have to do the beer barrel polka, right?
Right.
You can,
Let me just grab one of these.
you can go without it, that's a must.
That's a definite must, a beer barrel polka. Roll out the barrels, we got the barrel of fun. Roll out the barrels, we got the booze on the run. Yeah, I have to go. I'm gonna try a couple of these.
Let's see this Croatian music that you
Yeah,
I
let's
wanna
see some of
that.
this stuff here.
You gotta
That,
plug it in over there. Well, plug it in over there.
I know where they come from.
yeah, I was.
They're mine.
Yeah.
I can see. Baloney.
They're yours.
They're mine.
Is this Croatian here?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's Mariana.
Oh, that's a pretty tune. I like that one. That was.
Slow down. That's still too fast.
A little too fast.
That's too fast. That's not much. They sing with that thing. It goes like, oh Mariana, slatka mala Mariana. That's how that goes. Real. You want me to go play it for you?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
wait.
it. There we go.
You practice. Then we
Oh,
play
yeah, we
together.
played together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, it's a slow tune. Jazz stuff like the
I
other.
was just jazzing them up.
Yeah, right.
Be sure it's true when they say break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when they say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. There we go. That's a nice accordion. Excelsior.
Better than that one.
Huh?
Better than that one.
Oh, I have
Oh, it's all on board already.
Yeah, well, I have a.
Better than it. Golly.
I got a.
Decent super glue.
I can't play standing up.
Oh, you can't play stage.
No way. No way. Gotta sit down. How about that one?
What's this? Tutti command? I don't know what that is. That's a waltz, right?
Right.
Oh, this should be B flat, right?
That's B flat, right?
Yeah, because you got, okay.
Alright, let's wait my money on
That was good.
Yeah.
Choo choo good.
You wanna play that thing you played?
Sure.
You played before.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
Nice
neat. I
start
like
of that.
that.
Right.
Yeah, we'll sit down, yeah.
Good. I
Yeah.
think y'all, you don't work together. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
This one is my new one, real nice.
Oh, yeah? A Montema? Okay.
You ever heard that one? Sam, come over here. It's called Monte or some shit. I don't know.
Some shit.
This. sing. That's almost over
It's just
there.
like a sing-along.
This song is over there, just like Bilbao folk.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, they
I
know
like,
and they
I
sing
sat
it.
down and played, I really like that tune,
Yeah,
you know?
and they sing it. That's the one you.
Yeah, this is a-
Yeah, we had, Tony's kids were
Play that one.
That's,
yeah, I,
John's next door neighbor.
I know.
Joe.
how about, let
So
me
they
see.
call
I
him
know
their
what
other
you know.
son.
Let's see.
Their son.
You know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab a chair too.
How about
There we go.
we no have no light. I want a folk. I know that one by
Yeah,
heart.
yeah.
Yes, with Tony.
Barbara,
Barbara Poole?
we will play that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Let's play some. How about Blue Daniel? Woo!
There we
Do you know these people?
Lady of
We
Spain.
didn't
You
play
already
one.
played
go.
that.
Yeah, we played that Spain.
From Croatia.
Also, the Mia, you played that one already.
This is great, man, you got all
Yeah,
these tunes.
yeah. Sure, they come.
Yeah, okay, that's what I saw.
Yeah. Duke and
Never on
Lincoln.
Sunday.
Never on Sunday, I got them. Just because, yeah.
We just did, you did that
Four
one.
Yeah,
generations.
In heaven there is no beer.
Yeah, we
Never.
did that, yeah. Alina, we did that, Barbara.
Let's do this one.
Okay.
That's all.
There's a few more.
I can see you. I can see those little girls. You're getting really close. No, I can't see you because you're so close. I can't see you. I can't see you. I need to be back here. What you want to do? Play with your truck? I see that truck. That's a pretty cool car. And there's a little one. Okay, is that enough?